So are we recording right now?
I don't know. In theory. I don't know how to do it anymore. There we go.
There it is. It took you a minute, man. It took you a minute.
I'm on the struggle bus right now.
Yeah, Adam. This has been Tell me about the pit, buddy.
We've talked about the pit before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying because you've been in it today.
Not the whole day though.
No, we've had actually a great day.
It's been a good day. We've got a lot of things done.
We did. We filmed
until this freaking podcast.
Actually, technically, it was that freaking bag that you used to carry your stuff around in.
Yes.
It just has a side pocket that has no bottom.
Yes.
Seems to be a design flaw. Samsonite. I don't know who built that.
I don't know
Made that.
where it is. But yeah, so we have a bag that has a pocket that has a zipper at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Why? That's the question I have.
So it's actually zippered?
The bottom, that's the problem.
And so it was unzipped.
The problem, it was unzipped about 3 or 4 inches just at the bottom. So it fell through.
See, I thought it was just open on the bottom because then I was like, it's the bag's fault. So technically, this is technically your fault.
Technically, if we're going to split hairs, then yes.
I was 100% willing to blame the bag, but you didn't tell me that it had a zipper, so now I'm blaming you.
Honestly, I didn't know it had a zipper until I stuck my hand through it and I felt like the little, the little tag that the zipper is attached to, and I was like, what the heck? There's a zipper on this?
You failed to mention that. And I don't blame you. I wouldn't. I mean, my mama used to always tell me you don't have to tell everything you know.
You got to keep some things on the inside.
That's right.
All some things stay on the inside because that's good. We got a new camera.
We do have a new camera in the front.
We thought the viewer would love to see more
of the table.
Wow,
we are just getting started, and we already need to acknowledge BNSF, Burlington Northern Santa Fe.
The choo-choo.
Just got started, man.
The choo-choo.
Just got started with the podcast. We want to acknowledge this segment is brought to you by Burlington Northern Santa Fe, which is not an actual sponsor, but I live close to the railroad tracks because I'm poor.
We listen to it enough; it should be a sponsor.
Yep, exactly.
We're also going to have an issue here because when I set up the switcher this time, I actually put the numbers for our cameras. I plugged in the cables backwards, so I'm used to hitting this button and it being me, and I'm used to hitting this button and it being you. So,
well, you could go to that middle one and switch it real quick.
Remember that whole thing about telling everything
See, aren't you glad we have this new camera? Because before you could have done that and no one would have seen it because you couldn't see the backside of the switcher.
But now the cat's out of the bag.
It is out of the bag.
Now we're back to normal.
And we're back, baby. We're back. So, yeah, we had a great day today. You came over here to the FDO Ponderosa.
Yes.
All right, headquarters.
Ponderosa.
I don't even know what that means. I see people refer to things as the Ponderosa. What do you have? What qualifies something to be called a Ponderosa?
I think half of the word
has to be a pond.
Maybe there's a water.
Well,
feature.
It's rained a lot.
Yeah, we've pretty much got a water feature.
Yeah, I've got a water feature going in my front.
Yeah, little.
So could I?
The bar ditch.
The old bar ditch is flooded. We've had a lot of rain in Oklahoma.
We've had an extraordinary. We got out in Wellston where I live. We had 5.5 inches of rain on Tuesday.
So speaking of Wellston,
yes, you got something?
I do have something. My old youth pastor, Steve Bullard.
Old
Steve Bullard has found some old high school football tapes.
Oh, gosh.
And we have the Allen Mustangs versus the Wellston Tigers 1997 on.
Were they actually good?
Wellston?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were pretty good. Yeah, they were.
Was it full 11-man football at that point?
Yeah, we played 11-man football.
Yeah. And
we played Wellston, and I had a exceptional game. I had 3 sacks. I had a caused fumble that I sacked the quarterback.
Scoop and score?
And I didn't scoop and score, but I sacked him.
You did
stripped the ball. Chris Howard scooped it up, went and scored a touchdown. I had a great game against Wellston. Great game. So there you go. That's all I got.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
That's
But you guys got a ton of rain at Wilson. And,
yeah.
And
we
you
got
lost
an
your driveway.
extraordinary half of my driveway is we had a massive toad strangler. Was that about a month ago? The big rains?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a big giant rain and my driveway washed over for the first time. And I thought it was gone.
Yeah, well, and you also thought, well, that's just, that was apocalyptic style rain.
Yeah,
we
this
won't
is
ever
a
get that
100-year
again.
flood.
Yeah, 100-year flood.
That we're not going to, and I was mad. We were in Houston with Hog Wild Adventures and Cade.
Yeah, PSC.
Yeah. If you missed that podcast, you need to go back and watch that one.
That was a really good podcast.
It was a really great podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were there, and my wife was just sending me videos of just my driveway looked like a ride at Six Flags, just water everywhere. And what was funny
What
is
ride is that at Six Flags?
I like the log ride,
Okay.
Like the log ride, maybe.
That's the only ride at Six Flags that's got water.
There's probably another one if I'd gone to Six Flags in the last 15
That's
years.
Hurricane Harbor across the street.
Yes. But anyway.
I get you. I know what you're saying.
I did wish, what the main reason I kept talking about with you, that I was like, I really wish I was there right now.
Yeah.
Because not only are you getting to witness like this event that doesn't happen very often, but I knew I had a tube. And I knew I could put it in that pond at the top.
Oh, and ride it all the way
ride
through.
that joker all the way down.
That would have been fun.
But
that is white trash entertainment.
That's how you know I've gone full country.
That's right. Where are you from? I'm from
Ride a Tube down to Overflowing Pond, Oklahoma.
What's the name of the little town though? What are we talking about? The hole, the soap?
Phallus.
Phallus. Where are you from? I'm from Phallus, Oklahoma.
Phallus?
Oh, you ride tubes and bar ditches. If you're from Phallus, Oklahoma, and that's okay, bro. I'm from Raiden. I'm from Raiden, Oklahoma.
No judgment.
No judgment. We can't do stuff like that because of the amount of grass burrs.
Yes.
In
Your tube would not.
Nah, it would deflate immediately.
You need like that 6 mil visqueen plastic tube.
Yeah, there's no way we could do that out in Raiden, Oklahoma.
But no, it did it again, and this time the initial one, the driveway held up pretty good.
Yeah.
This one, not so much.
Yeah.
So half of the 2-track is in the creek. So
it's a bad deal. Sorry about that, buddy.
It's part of.
You got that Kubota tractor from Great Plains.
I
Hey,
do.
shout out and
shout outs.
Get it taken care of. Let's talk about your beverage sponsor. Unofficial.
We're going for broke today.
Yeah, I went and got that for the fridge.
We're going full on Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
because my time on these is limited.
Today you could have used the original Coca-Cola.
I could have used a little of that Colombian booger sugar.
Oh yeah, a little Colombian booger sugar, boy.
That is a joke.
Yeah, remember the '80s when it was just so pure. I'm kidding. I was born in '82. I was not doing cocaine in the '80s. I was in '82. I wasn't doing. Now the '90s.
Now the '90s.
I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Kidding.
I've never done an illegal
Mostly.
drug. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Never done an illegal drug. I am sponsored today
by tiredness.
by tiredness. This is the sugar-free Red Bull. Here we go.
Ready?
Oh. And that was pretty satisfying.
They have such a unique opening sound.
Yeah?
The Red Bull does. I don't know if I've ever told you this or not.
Well, I learned last week that you were in orchestra. So, come on, buddy. Bring some other randomness.
So, when we went to China on a mission trip when I was in college.
Yeah.
We were there for 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
And they have Red Bulls in China that are nothing like that.
Okay.
Nothing like that. They come in a little squatty can.
Okay.
So you know how you can get the Cokes that are in like the little baby-sized cans?
Yeah, little baby cans.
So imagine that, but instead of like just the upward dimension, and not both of them, it was just like you took this and went and scooted it down. So it looks like a soup can.
Okay. And
they made the most unique clank sound you'd ever heard in your entire life.
Okay.
So one day, just full-on boredness.
Okay.
In our college dorm at Oklahoma State.
Okay.
Very valuable educational experience that I was getting.
Okay.
We took 2 of those cans, those Red Bull cans from China.
Okay.
and we placed them at two ends of the dormitory hall. And my friend Nate pulled a Rice Krispie treat that had been in his drawer for who knows how long.
Okay.
And a bagel that we found in another drawer that had been there for who
Who
knows.
stores bagels in a drawer?
That is a great question. It was not me, but I lived with 3 other guys in this dorm.
Okay.
So we also found a roll of duct tape.
Okay.
So the only natural inclination that we had was, let's use this entire roll of duct tape to make a square-shaped object and a round-shaped object, and let's get at both ends of the hall and roll these objects as hard as we can down the hall to see who can hit the can first.
Okay.
That's how it started. 2 weeks later,
Our college experiences are completely different. Can I just say that?
Yeah.
Our college experience, me and you's college experiences, buddy. I mean, I don't even know the rest of the story. I'm just here to tell you, my college experience and your college experience were 2 different things.
yeah,
But keep going.
I also made really bad grades.
I graduated on the President's Honor Roll, but I feel like the things you were doing would lead to making good grades.
They were fun.
You know, like you didn't leave the dorm. Like you're just doing things like this.
Yeah.
But keep going. Yeah.
So it started like that,
Okay.
just for funsies.
Okay.
2 weeks later, we had invented a game called Upchuck.
Oh, I've heard about Upchuck.
We had invented a game called Upchuck,
Yeah.
and we were in the process of a 16-team bracket challenge between 4 other dormitories. And we were doing this all underground.
Is this at Oklahoma State University?
This is at Oklahoma State University,
Okay.
and no RA ever found out about it.
Okay.
I mean, we had a 19-page rule book by the end of 2 weeks.
Okay.
It was glorious. I don't know why.
And all of you are married now.
yes,
Okay.
all of us are married,
Okay.
happily married, and somehow children happened. I'm not sure, but
Well, I mean,
some
know
people
how.
shouldn't have kids.
yeah. It's true.
I mean, it's just creativity at
Yeah.
its finest.
So tell me, how do these cans play in? Like, so this was just
The cans were essentially like what pins
the-
are to bowling.
Okay.
The cans were to upchucking.
Okay.
And I would use all the words for scoring and other things like that, but they should not be said on this podcast
I got you. Okay.
because our college's experiences were
Or different.
different.
They were different.
They were different. But
Yeah. Okay.
fun little
additional
random.
Upchuck.
I'm going to have to look and see if I can find that rule book
Yeah.
because it really was a fun game.
Upchuck.
It really was a fun
Maybe
game.
we should make it into a game and we should market that and sell it.
You could probably sell it.
Think so?
Do you have a 100-foot long hallway? Well, if we got the game for you.
That's right. What if we just market it to colleges?
Yeah. It was like my favorite thing in the game. My favorite thing in the game was this situation. It was a situation called a crossfire.
Okay.
And it's
Sounds dangerous.
because at one point, the chucks, the square chuck and the round chuck, they could be anywhere.
Okay.
They could be, I could have both of them, or you could have one and I could have one, or one could be rolling while I'm throwing another one, which most often the case was that 2 would get rolled at the same time, and when the chucks collided, that was a crossfire. And at that point, it was a free-for-all. Whoever can get to the chucks fastest. Fists were thrown.
Oh my.
People were slammed into a hallway, I thought multiple times we were going to have to replace sheetrock.
That is
Multiple times.
okay.
But
All right.
it was an intensely fun game.
Yeah, it sounds like it was fun.
So it's like all the guys that we would play intramural sports with at Oklahoma State, like the football, basketball, ultimate frisbee, all these things. Like all these teams we'd play over and over again, and so we'd know all of them, and we'd send them a text and be like, "Hey, we're going to do this tournament." And it quickly became the underground.
So it was like
sport.
Fight Club,
It was like Fight Club.
but nobody talked about Fight Club.
Like RAs, you'd hear an RA get off the elevator and everybody like duck into rooms because like you had the whole hallway had to be in on it.
Yeah.
And so it's just like,
Yeah.
but
So before I got to East Central University in Ada, where I played college football, they said that they used to make the freshmen line up down the hall and run, and you got to beat them with socks filled with loose change.
That's assault.
Yeah, that is assault, and I'm glad that tradition ended before I got there. But they did make us do, some hazing a little bit when I was there.
Yeah.
We at the end of 2-a-days, if you survived, and my freshman year was horrific.
Mm-hmm.
First off, I came in, and I was a big kid, graduating high school. I graduated, 6'2", about 250 pounds. That's a pretty good sized guy.
Yeah.
I roll in and quickly realize I'm not that big. There's another fellow freshman. His name was Nick Huffaker. He was like 6'11", 4'11", and we called him Nick Halfacre because he was
ginormous,
giant. I mean, his arms, his knuckles dragged the ground. I mean, he was just like a giant man, just a giant man. There's all these other big dudes, and I remember, I lettered in 5 sports, including golf, which we talked about the other day. And
that is my favorite podcast. By the way.
Yeah, that is a great podcast with Brett. Yeah, which I'm mad at Brett.
Oh, Whip.
I'm mad at Brett.
Yeah,
Brett Whip Will.
Yeah,
I'm really frustrated with him.
Yeah,
you know why?
Why?
Because I grew my hair out because of him. I don't know if you guys can tell. I got some locks here.
Yeah.
And I've got it going. I've got this long hair. My wife's calling.
Okay, you should probably take that.
Hey, I'm answering this in the middle of this podcast, so I hope it's good.
Yep. Did you get them brownies up?
No, my alarm hadn't gone off yet.
Brownies? You didn't. You said nothing about.
It says
brownies.
1 minute and 35 seconds.
Okay.
I'm just mad that brownies have not been mentioned yet.
Well, my daughter's making brownies, and she had to leave, and so
beautiful.
I got the brownies. Okay.
Thanks.
Yep.
All right.
Brownie,
yeah. So my daughter Ava is making brownies, and she had to leave, and I said I'll set the alarm on my phone, and so in about a minute I got to go and pull those brownies out of the oven. But our last podcast, my son was on.
Yeah.
Matthias, and it was a lot of fun. We talked about music and hunting and fishing and all kinds of fun stuff. And I asked my daughter, she's 10, and I said, Ava, would you like to be on the podcast too? And you know what her response was? Your podcast is not worthy of me.
I was about to say something about us not being good enough is what I was going to say.
She is just the sassiest kid in the world. And she said, that's exactly what she said. She said, your podcast isn't worthy of me. And you know what my response is? You're probably right.
You're probably right.
This is kind of trash.
This is a little trashy.
It's we got a little phallus. Little phallus vibe. Little Raiden.
Well, there went some viewers.
Yeah.
About half of the constituency.
Yeah, you're
Gone.
probably right. You're probably right.
Gone.
Yep, you're probably right.
Anyway, you got to finish what you're saying about old Whip.
Well, let me. Can I?
Do we need to take a hiatus to go get the
Let's
brownies?
see. Oh, look at that. The timers. That was it.
That was it, huh?
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
And pause.
Literally just pull them out of the oven. All right, so I'm back. And let me just say those brownies look delicious.
You got back, and I'm just kind of.
Well, I figured they need to set up a minute.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know anything about baking. They're probably ready to go. We're probably going to brought the pan out.
Just sounded like let it set up a bit.
They are in there with
Sounded
Matthias,
like
and the smell will eventually enter his room, and they'll half be gone. He will dominate brownies.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Brett Whip Will.
Whip.
So Brett had this beautiful long hair.
Yeah.
It was long.
Very long hair.
Very long hair. And Brett does our land management stuff. So we're going out to western Oklahoma. We're working on my house out there, our lodge, doing a lot of land stuff, getting ready for hunting season. And I was like, man, I've never had long hair, whatever. And he's like, you should grow it out. And I'm like, all right, man, I'm going to do it.
So this was his idea.
Well, it's a combo. I brought it up,
Yeah.
but I've never had long hair. I've always had a really,
Yeah.
shortcut. So I start growing it out, and I mean it's getting there, dude. I've got a little ducktail going. My hair's long.
It's there.
It's there. Anyway, me and Brett were the Hair Bears. You know what I mean?
You said that on the podcast.
I did. We were the Hair Bears, man. Like we had a thing. We had this connection, and then he sends us a Marco Polo one day, and it's gone.
It was shocking.
Oh, it was just this clip of him that looked like
It looked like someone murdered Brett.
Well, no, it looked like he had started chemo. You know what I mean? Like he just looked like he was battling cancer.
Yeah.
You know, he looked frail, and it's just like Samson. It just lost everything. Like he was defeated.
Yeah.
Like I was waiting for him to be like, well, my wife left me. You know what I mean? Like it's just over. Like it's just so bad.
Something had to have caused a major catastrophe for him to ditch the glorious gang known as the Hair Bears.
Yeah, and so I am the only Hair Bear left.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
I was a little.
You were.
I was the inverted hairy bear.
You were.
Yeah. Drastic change.
And you're we're just getting a little personal. You're a hairy man.
Oh, it's there.
I feel like people look at me and think, well, Brad's a hairy guy. I'm not.
Not really.
You've seen me.
You've seen me. You know me.
Yeah, you know me.
If you know what that's from, leave that down in the comments.
Yeah, comment.
We'll know that you're our people at that
That's
point.
right. If you know
if
the
you've
reference,
seen me and you know me.
If you see, yeah, there ain't no downstairs mix-up. All right, I'm gonna just say that. But if you know me, you know what I mean. So yeah, definitely comment if you know what we're talking about. That
play them love games with me.
Love games
with me. Oh, we're off the rails now.
You know who should we have on as our next guest? Curly Jefferson. You think old Curly can make it? You think he?
I think he's indisposed.
I'd like to know if old Curly Jefferson can maybe get it.
Oh gosh.
Oh, we went somewhere.
Yeah, it was. A lot of inside jokes are going to be had at that point.
Yeah. So anyway, Brett shaves his head, cuts all his hair off, and so I'm the only one.
Yeah.
With long hair.
Yeah. I'm so glad that mine is.
Well, and the reason that you did this, not the reason, but I mean, you let it really get out of control is because we just did a freaking awesome video.
It's on YouTube
for Thorn
waiting
Broadheads.
To be set to public at this point in time, which I'm going to wait till the show premieres.
It's now.
So I know. Like we're going to turn it on tonight.
Yeah.
So people can see it.
Yeah. We just did this incredible video for Thorn Broadheads, one of our companies that's a sponsor of Final Descent Outdoors, and then our media company, Full Strut Media. We do all the media for them. And we came up with this idea for this
over chicken wings,
which how many great ideas have happened over chicken wings?
Probably
all of them. Like 7, 8.
Yeah, most of them. I believe
we came up with the name Full Strut Media over crappy sushi.
That's true. I wish it was not.
You know, it's our story. We can do whatever we want.
Well, we should make it.
It was over a Wagyu steak. You know,
I know it wasn't that at that point because we weren't necessarily.
We couldn't afford it.
We were given Wagyu steaks that were about to expire.
Yeah, we couldn't afford Wagyu in those days. Speaking of Wagyu, I just got some Wagyu.
You did.
So good. Get beefed.
Did you?
Get beefed.
Yeah.
Sealing, Oklahoma. It was so good.
It was.
Anyway.
But we figured this commercial out over chicken wings.
Over chicken wings.
Went down and shot it.
Yes. And the concept of it was we shot it at Goddard Youth Camp, Sulphur, Oklahoma. My buddy Clayton Edgar down there. Shout out to Clayton.
Yeah.
Goddard Youth Camp. They have a dinosaur. It's a relative of a T-Rex.
Massive.
It's like 35, 38 feet long.
Yeah,
I can't
it's
remember.
Ginormous. Huge.
And it was found in Oklahoma, actually. Yeah. And so anyway, I remember Clayton talking about how this dinosaur had a puncture hole in its right shoulder.
And then the wheels started turning.
And the wheels just started turning. I don't get to take credit for a lot of our great ideas.
I'm
going to take credit for this one. Okay?
I'll let you have it.
Thank you. Because, I mean, most of the time it's not me. You're like, in our relationship, I'm the people guy. You're the brain guy. Like you
the guy in the chair.
You're the guy in the chair
that makes sure the spy doesn't die.
Yeah. My wife says that I pimp out your services.
I'd never heard that before. That's great.
Because you are an extremely talented person, and I hate to say that in front of you because it's going to be one of the things you're going to demand more money.
It's
you know,
okay.
you're going to want. You know,
Have to raise that salary.
Sonic keeps trying to steal you away.
Sonic.
Well, I'm not going to let Sonic be a sponsor. I would. I'm lying. I would take their money.
What?
Yeah, I would totally take Sonic's money. Yeah. Anyway, but I came up with this idea for this commercial, and they had this big dinosaur. I knew it had a puncture wound. That was like, I don't know if it's the reason it died, but it was definitely a huge injury to this dinosaur.
It didn't like it.
Yeah, it looked like it had been stabbed in the shoulder by like a, triceratops or something.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about this idea of like, how can we make, Thorn the world's most accurate broadhead ever? And I was like, even Jurassic, wouldn't it be cool? And then I got to thinking about, what would be cool if you got to hunt a dinosaur? And I was thinking about, I think there's a deer. It's like a moose. It was like or an elk. It was the Irish. I can't remember the name of it. It was this deer. It was like this deer moose thing that had like 12-foot antlers.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh man, it's extinct. Wouldn't that have been cool to be able to hunt something like that? Anyway, mine starts rolling. We start talking about it. Goddard also has one of those dinosaurs suits that you can get in. You've seen those videos where people like get in them and they scare people, like they get out of an elevator in it, and people are like, they run from it. They have one of those. And it just all came together perfect. We shot this video, and me and you are like on a tour, and Clayton's the guide, and he's telling us about this dinosaur, and then he's like, we believe this, died from a puncture wound. And me and you like,
and then these two redneck guys.
Yeah, these two hunters, me and you,
standing there looking at this dinosaur. Where are they going to go in their mind?
Right, puncture wound. Oh, bow hunting a dinosaur.
Bow hunting a dinosaur.
And it cut to me and you, Jurassic,
full caveman.
You, epic.
I looked amazing.
You look so good.
It was one of the cooler pictures I have of myself.
Yeah.
It's up there with the Mohawk picture.
Yeah, that we don't even know where it is. That's what's a shame. Your Mohawk picture.
I found it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh.
I found it.
We need to drop that in right here. You need to send it to
Just
me. Right here.
There it is.
There it is, Adam.
There it is.
So anyway, this Jurassic, situation, you're decked out. You've got a bow, an old wooden,
I was nervous to pull it back.
Yeah, wooden string bow. And I'm also in it, and I have a stick.
Also looked good.
I did look good. I have a stick with a deer antler. Deer and an antler.
A shillelagh with a deer horn sticking out the front.
And I'm the bait.
Yeah.
I get the dinosaur to turn and come to you, and you shoot him. And it's a great video. We're going to post a link to it.
Yeah.
So that you guys can see that.
It is really fun. It's one of the cooler projects we've ever gotten to do.
Yeah, it was.
And that's what's cool about our relationship with Thorn is that we're like, hey, we got this idea, and they're like,
do it.
Go for it.
Do it. Go for it.
We just got that relationship.
We did, and it turned out, it really was sweet.
It was a lot of fun to make, too, because I still don't know how many campers I scarred.
Yeah.
Because I was running around
it's a youth camp.
Shirtless.
And there was
covered in deer hide and a raccoon skin on my head covered in dirt. So that had to be scarring for somebody out there.
Yeah, that's a bad deal.
But
that's a bad deal.
All for art.
Yeah. Anyway, so other news, Adam, we've made it big time.
You mean we hadn't yet?
Well, depends on who you ask. But we made the front cover of the Cheyenne Star. Cheyenne, Oklahoma.
My gosh.
Look at this. All right, can you see that?
Front page
says National Hunting Show with Local Connections. They did an article on the new episode starting. And so we made the Cheyenne Star. And not only did we make the Cheyenne Star.
Oh, really?
We made the paper in Sayre, Oklahoma.
Okay.
All right. It was also picked up by the newspaper in Wheeler, Texas.
Look at that.
Huh?
Look at that.
Man, that is...
big time.
That is big time right there. That is huge. It's huge.
Big time.
And the reason that those are out, any articles that were out, is because this week something special happens.
Yeah. A little something.
Brand new episodes. Season 11. 1-1, baby. Season 11 of Final Descent Outdoors. We're the longest running TV show on the Pursuit Channel. New episodes for us start season 11. Boom, here we are.
Yeah.
We're rocking and rolling.
It's still hard to believe.
It is hard to believe. Episode 1.
Should we give them a little rundown over the next couple weeks?
Let's give them the first 5. Let's talk it
let's
through.
do that.
All right, episode 1. I'm headed to Wyoming.
Yeah.
Who's going with me, Adam?
You're taking some buddies with you.
I am.
You got some buddies from Thorn.
I do. I got my buddies from Thorn. I got Roy Stouffer.
Mm-hmm.
He is not related to the Stouffer lasagna fortune.
I wish he was.
I know.
I mean, not for the money, but for the lasagna.
No, I want it for the money. I would definitely want to be, have him in my circle.
Yeah.
Just for the cash.
Just for for that pasta cash.
If he was, couldn't you see Roy being like totally like an Italian mob vibe? If his,
Yeah.
I mean, if his,
he
if
needs
made
the
all
accent to change a little
if
bit.
he made all of his money off of selling
Yeah.
frozen lasagnas,
frozen lasagna.
wouldn't you carry yourself like a mobster?
I would.
Yeah, I got mob connections.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother story.
That's a whole nother podcast.
I probably shouldn't even talk about it.
Yeah, we're dead now. You went too far.
Dang it.
We're gonna have to cut that
Man,
out.
it's a great story. I just can't tell it here.
Nope, you can't.
Ever. Anyway, golly, that is such a great story.
So we got Roy. And
we had Roy, and we got Andy Buchanan, and we got old Greg. I didn't even mean it, but old Greg. Old Greg's there.
I'm all Greg.
I'm old Greg.
Old Greg.
What are you doing in my lake?
What you doing in my waters? No fishing.
Now, why is this hook in my head, you mother lake? So good.
Cat's out of the bag.
It is. Anyway, still, people may not know.
They're not gonna know. If people know, I'd
there'll
be
be a lot of
impressed.
people know.
Some of them maybe, yeah.
A lot of people don't know that video.
I don't know.
Surely.
I feel like the more people I talk to about it, the more people look at me like I'm an insane person.
Anyway, so old Greg
Yeah.
is there. I'm gonna start calling him that too. I gotta my outlook on Greg has totally changed. It's old Greg now.
Mm-hmm.
Old Greg.
Mm-hmm.
He's there, and we show some footage of Roy going up and hunting for some mule deer with his boys,
Yeah.
and then we go up and we bow hunt
Yeah.
for antelope.
Mm-hmm.
But Roy went up. They mule deer hunted. They shot some great mule deer.
Oh yeah, they got.
We show
pretty
that,
good deer.
and they're up there hunting with my buddy Trey Ars
Mm-hmm.
of AA Outfitters.
Yeah.
Trey always, man, I've hunted there multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Had so much fun. Trey is just top-notch operation. We talked about some horrible outfitters in one of our early podcasts.
Yeah.
Trey is
Not on that list.
no Trey. It's big-time outfitting.
Mm-hmm.
Big time outfitting in Moorcroft, Wyoming, northeast. Up there, he's got elk. Dude's got incredible mule deer. They got antelope. He's got Merriam turkeys, Sasquatches, chupacabras. Last two, not true. So don't call him about that.
Where are they?
Or are they there? Right at the foot of
need
the
that.
Devil's Tower,
I need that X-Files soundboard.
which I heard a really cool story. Have you ever seen the Devil's Tower before?
Just in pictures.
Yeah, you notice how it's got the lines down it.
Mm-hmm.
So did you know Indian folklore is that the Indians fought a giant bear from the top of that? That
No.
they were on the top of it, and it got those scratches from a giant bear trying to climb to the top of it to get to the warriors as they fought him.
Did not know that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's a cool story. Cool legend.
Anyway, so we go up there and hunt, and everybody, first episode, everybody in camp is like, dude, I saw so many antelope today. Oh my gosh, like, guys are just like, they're whacking. Like Andy and Roy, they're like, bam. I mean, they're done.
Yeah.
They're sleeping in.
Yeah.
They knocked out early and quick. Greg, boom, like day 2, day 3, whatever, he's done. Dude, I sat there for 4.5 days, bro, and I didn't see nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't see an antelope within 450 yards of me.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you something. I was a bit discouraged. All right? Like, a bit discouraged. Last day, I'm not pumped about going, and they're just like, hey, you gotta stay with it, man. Sitting over water holes. It's hot. You're sitting over
You're
these
sitting
water
in a
holes.
giant trash bag.
Yeah, I'm sitting in this pop-up tent.
Mm-hmm.
It's freaking hot, and it rolls around. It's like 5 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
I'm driving home the next day. I've got like 18-hour drive, and I'm like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna pack up and go home.
Yeah.
Like go ahead, just go back, get my stuff together, go to bed early so I can have an early drive.
Mm-hmm.
Early leave out so I can get home because this hunt has been bad. Like I just ain't
Brutal.
seen nothing. Brutal, man. I just haven't seen them. And they've gotten a lot of rain. It snowed like the week before, and there's just pockets of water, so they weren't coming to this water hole. Anyway, I'm sitting there and I'm just like, all right, I'm packing up. I'm done. I'm gonna head out. And about that time, here comes 4 does around the backside of the dam of the pond. And I'm like, them does ain't alone. Ain't no way right now they're alone. And dude, here he comes.
Made it
really,
happen.
really nice buck behind him. Drew back. And guess what, bro? Use that Crown Broadhead.
Dropped him on camera.
Black Eagle arrow. Smoke City, son. Got to watch him drop. Anyway, great episode. It's a lot of fun.
Yep.
So that's episode 1.
Episode 2.
Well, I don't even know what episode 2 is.
Episode 2.
Is that
Is,
Smoke Pole?
You got to know a little bit of Espanol.
Is that me going to Mexico?
Or wait, no, that's 3.
It's Smoke Pole, right?
Yeah, or it's not smoke pole. It's called Paramount.
Paramount. That's right. Yeah, but it's hunting with a smoke pole.
But it's hunting with smoke pole.
Yeah. So episode 2 is called Paramount. And man, we were so blessed by CVA, our sponsor for our rifles and muzzleloaders. CVA had a brand new 40 caliber muzzleloader that came out this last year, and they only had 13 of them jokers made. And they said, "Hey, can we give one of these to you so you can go and field test it for us?" And I said,
Yes.
"No." Oh no, I did. I said, "Yes, of course." I said, "Yes, please. Can I have this thing?" And so we went. Me and my buddy Mark Hudson, Stafford Mark Hudson. Went first animal killed. He shot a doe, blew it down. It was awesome. Sighted
Shot
it
the
in
doe,
with me.
blew your ears out.
Oh my god! Well, that's a funny story because we're in a ground blind. It's me, Mark, and his wife Deb, and we're in this ground blind, and I'm filming this doe. And usually, when you say, "Hey, I'm ready," there's a
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3
maybe.
Mississippi.
Yeah. I'm like, "All right, buddy, whenever you're ready." And before I can get the D, ready out, I'm like, "Whenever you're ready." I mean, it's just like. Like blew my freaking eardrums out, I didn't have a chance to do nothing.
Yeah.
But it was a great shot. And so that was our first kill with it. And then we go to Texas. And I go and I meet up with my nemesis, Kendall Jones.
Oh, it's not Roy anymore?
Well, Roy's always my nemesis.
Yeah. So
my female nemesis.
got to keep storylines together here,
I know.
okay?
I know. My female nemesis, Kendall Jones. Actually, we're great friends, and we need to try to have her back on the podcast again.
Yeah.
We filmed one and didn't get the audio.
We don't talk about that one.
Yeah, it was a bad one. I went to the pit. Anyway, I go with Kendall, and we go hunt with Hargrove Hunts in Texas, out in West Texas, and shoot some pigs. We kill some whitetail, and it was a lot of fun. All right, and so we use that 40 cal muzzleloader on that adventure. A lot of fun. All right, episode 3 is that we go to I go, Kendall's back to back, huh?
Back to back
Episodes with Kendall Jones.
Yep.
Me and Kendall go to Old Mexico to hunt with my buddy Rudy at Sonora's Premier Outfitters, and I've killed some great mule deer down there. I killed 189-inch mule deer. I killed 174-inch mule deer, and me and Kendall go, and my gun gets rejected. That was fun.
Was that a big deal?
That's a huge deal. And so my gun gets rejected by the Mexican government because it was my fault. I'd gotten a new passport and I hadn't signed it, sent all my paperwork in. They don't tell you until it's like time.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, your gun does not get in the country.
By the way.
So I put it in a storage locker in Tucson.
Yeah.
So that was fun. Put my old CVA Cascade in a locker and just prayed it would be there when I came back, and it was. But anyway, I had to borrow Kendall's gun, and I thought, okay, Kendall, I just need you to kill early. Get out there and kill early. And we weren't seeing a lot of mule deer. We were seeing a lot of good coos, though. And so we're like, hey, we'll shoot a coos. Kendall botched I don't know how many stocks. I was so frustrated, I mean, my gosh, the poor kid. Anyway, she shows up. She's got a what was she shooting? 257 Weatherby. All right. Shows up. She's got a 115 grain bullet with it. A little light for what I'd have brought. And she has this 3x9 scope that I wouldn't have put on top of a crappy muzzleloader.
A BB gun.
Oh yeah. And we're looking at stuff at a mile away.
Yeah.
And so she makes her we hunt Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday morning, Kendall kills. We're leaving Saturday morning. Our flight's out. She kills Thursday morning. She had about a 200-yard shot. Great shot, kills her buck. It's a great coos too.
Yeah,
Freaking
it
stud.
is.
Yeah, he's a great coos.
He's a great deer.
So it's my turn. I've got a day and a half. All right, with a gun I don't know, and don't see anything. Thursday night. That morning, we tried to put a stalk. Man, I hiked all the way up the side of this mountain. Didn't get on one. That evening, Bambi, our spotter, he spots a coos at like 1,300 yards. And he's like, hey, man, we got about 2 hours of light left. You want to try him? And I said, cut it in half. If you cut the distance in half, I'll shoot at him.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what we do, man. We start hiking up through those mountains in the Sonora Desert, and I got within, I don't even remember how far I was from him.
It was like 400 or 500 yards.
Yeah, 400 or 500 yards with this gun that I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
This 3x9 scope. And if you don't know what a coos is like it kind of looks like a whitetail, but it's about the size of a lab dog.
Yeah.
They're just not very big bodied deer, And so I got this coos, and I finally find it in the scope. I mean, it was dreadful, trying to find it. I find him, at 400 or 500 yards, and I shoot and I miss him the first time.
Mm-hmm.
But I hit a rock,
You
and it was
saw
just
it.
white puff above it, and I'm like, buddy, you do not let me walk in a
Mhm.
bullet to you. And he just trotted a little bit and stopped.
Went about
again.
15 feet.
Yeah, stopped. He was like, And
I'll
you
watch
boy,
again.
I smashed him. I
Yeah.
hit him. And so I shot my first ever coos buck. So episode 3 in Old Mexico with Rudy, me and Kendall go and kill some coos. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
What's episode 4?
Episode 4 is when we
Is that
gators and
it's-
hogs.
Yeah, it's
So-
called off season.
Called the off season. And it's went down to 5L Outfitters.
Yes,
with
my
Clint.
buddy Cliff.
I always
call
call
him
him
Clint?
Clint. I always do that. Cliff. What's even worse is that I edit that episode and I do all the name tags and
Oh
I
my
see
gosh.
and hear him all the time. But we know I'm not good with names.
No, you're not.
Called our intern guy for the longest time. His name's Denton, and I called him Dylan for months.
Months. I would correct you.
His name's not Dylan.
It's just disrespectful.
Yeah.
Like mispronouncing somebody's name.
Yeah.
And not just doing it once.
Multiple
like that happens.
times.
Doing it multiple times.
Yeah. Not a very
I want to tell you
considerate
I'm
person.
going to tell you a funny name story here real quick before we chase into
Okay.
this next episode. So I just went to North Carolina and performed a wedding
Mm-hmm.
for our buddy Heath. Heath works for Thorn Broadheads.
Yeah.
He's really the brains of the operation. Let's just be honest.
Let's just be honest. Yeah.
Heath is a young guy that works for him, but he freaking kills it.
Yeah, he's good.
Good dude. Love Heath. He just got married. And so he asked me if I'd perform the wedding
Yeah.
for him and his bride, and I show up. And those guys are in North Carolina. Burnsville, North Carolina.
North Kakalaki.
North Kakalaki. Did I tell you when I flew in
No.
to Asheville that the pilot of American Airlines said, welcome to Asheville, North Kakalaki.
North
Kakalaki.
Nuh-uh. No,
Yeah,
you didn't tell me
the
that.
pilot said that. And I was like, this dude's local.
This
This
guy's
guy's
been
got a-
around here for a little
Yeah,
bit.
this guy's been around for a while. Anyway, so they're from Burnsville, North Kakalaki.
Mm-hmm.
And for the longest time, I thought the girl he married was Haley. It's
Mhm.
H-A-L-I.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not. It's Hallie.
It's Hallie.
Yeah.
Hallie. But because of their southern redneckness draw of
Yeah.
their voice, I just thought they were saying, oh Hallie,
Yeah.
like the, oh Hallie. You
Her
know,
name's Haley, but
but, yeah, they were,
but they're cackalaking it
but
up.
they're cackalacking it up. No, they weren't.
It's Hallie.
It's Hallie. And so, man, all my notes, because I was so afraid I was going to screw that up in the wedding.
Yeah.
You know, have all these people. I'm performing her family, and I was going to mispronounce her name.
Yeah.
But
Did you ever do it?
No, I didn't.
Pulled it off.
You know why I didn't do it? Is that everywhere her name was in the notes? Because obviously I typed up my thing. I rewrote it.
You wrote like H-A...
H-O...
Holly?
H-O-W-L-I. Hallie.
Howley.
So I would know Howley. So in my mind, bro, I would read it and I would see Howley, and I would know it's not Haley, and I wouldn't screw it up.
So you
You do what you got.
got to do what you got to do.
You do what you got to do, and that's what I had to
I'm
do.
not mad about it.
No,
It worked.
It did work, and it worked out great.
Yeah. There's a method behind the madness, as they say.
Chip, chop, chip.
Yep.
So anyway, got that done. So anyway, back to
So yeah, we're going with Cliff.
We go with Cliff, and we hunt with 5L Outfitters.
Yeah.
And we go and kill the biggest alligator we've killed ever on the show.
Monstrous.
11-footer.
Monstrous gator.
Oh,
Huge.
such a big dude. I had to get in the water, which that didn't make the episode. That needs to be, I need to do that's a great episode to do some behind the scenes stuff for YouTube.
Yeah.
I get in the water. They're like, we need your help. They're out in a boat trying to drag it in, and it was on the bottom. They're hooked onto it after it was shot. My buddy Ross shot him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, you're going to have to get in the water and throw me a rope. There are alligators everywhere in this pond. And I get out there waist deep.
Yeah.
And go in and have to toss them a rope to the boat, and then I have to pull them through the reeds.
Yeah.
Standing in waist deep water with alligators.
That's the fun thing about editing a show is sometimes you got to kill the things you love.
Yeah.
You don't get to have everything.
You don't get to have it all. That's right.
You don't get to have it all.
No, you did a great job on that episode.
It was a lot of fun.
Anyway, so we do that, and then we go. It's called the off season because we go and do these things when it's not the fall, when we're chasing other game.
Yeah.
And we go to Hog Wild Adventures just outside of Houston, Texas, with our buddy Cade, who was just on episode 9. This is episode 11. He was just on 2 episodes ago.
2 podcasts ago.
Yep.
We talked about it in depth.
We did. We talk about that hunt in depth. We go and slam hogs with Hog Wild Outfitters.
Massive amount.
Oh.
Target-rich environment.
Target-rich environment
is the key catchphrase for the hunt.
Man, if you're looking for a place, a bow-only place, I'm telling you, it's unbelievable. We go, and
I'd love to know a better one.
In 2 days, we saw 400 pigs.
Yeah,
I'm not even joking.
I would love to know a more target-rich environment.
That's not a high fence.
Yeah, that's not a high fence.
Yeah, these are free-range pigs.
Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievable. They have cheese whey, curds and whey. They have whey that is brought in and dumped, and these pigs just love it, and they just show up. I mean, there's one pig, the first pig that you see me shoot in the episode.
Yeah.
I am standing on dirt.
I really wanted to do like the Rambo thing, like you coming out of the cheese way.
Oh, gosh. And gaggy. I would have been, too. There's no way. It did not smell great. It didn't smell great.
Yeah.
Anyway, great episode.
Lots of pigs dead.
Lots of destruction of pigs.
Lots of pigs dead.
It's a really good episode.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do one recovery at interview because we didn't have time.
It's not.
You kill 13, 14 pigs.
Would you rather see them get shot, or would you rather see them talk about them?
Because you killed a pig.
I did. Yeah.
That's one of my favorite parts of the episode.
Did you like the music?
Oh, it's so good. The whole thing is so good.
Blink, blink. Just shows how big of a joke I
am. It's really, really good. It is. It's really good. And you did a good job.
It was fun.
It was fun.
There's a lot of stuff I wish I could have. And we talked about going back, and there's one pig kill that I missed somehow that we're going to go throw back in there.
Yeah.
One of yours. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. Sorry. Hey, sometimes you got to kill the things you love. You know?
Apparently so. If you're going to cut it, cut me.
Cut me.
Cut me.
Cut me, Mick.
Cut me out of this. Anyway, so that's 4. What's 5?
5. You get to have a little run-in with your real nemesis again, with old Royce Stoper of Thorn Broadheads. Yep. It's called Thorn Nation.
Thorn Nation.
It's our annual Thorn Broadheads hunt out in Raiden and Cheyenne in western Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And
Cheyenne Star, baby. There it is.
It's a lot of fun.
No Cheyenne Star.
It's a lot of fun. We do a hunt with them every year, and they usually bring something to kind of field test.
Yeah, and they brought John.
They brought John to field test.
Lancehead Crossbows. Lancehead Crossbows owner John came in from California, and we lost him.
We almost lost him.
We almost lost him in the woods.
Yeah.
That was a great story.
It is a fun story. You'll have to check out the episode to see that one.
Yeah,
we're not going to even talk about it.
We'll let you
watch
it.
About it.
Let's just say that he thought he just thought he stumbled onto some rednecks.
He thought he stumbled, as he states, a Klan meeting.
He thought he found a Klan meeting. Just a bunch of white dudes in the woods in the night.
And dressed in full-blown camo.
Yep, must be.
Something's fishy.
Something's fishy going on here.
Something's fishy.
So they come in, and we've got that episode. We've got Justin and Trenton Gaines at the beginning of that episode. Trenton films his son Anderson, who is a huge fan of Final Descent Outdoors.
Oh, I love it.
Did you know that?
Did not know that.
For his birthday, he
know
asked
that.
for an autograph.
Really?
Yeah, got him a hat and sent him an autograph picture.
That's great.
And he's like pumped. I'll see him like here in a couple weekends.
Yeah.
At a birthday party. I bumped into him because I went to it last year. That kid sat next to me
The whole time?
the whole time, and he never stopped talking. It was the cutest thing. Like
That's
he was
awesome.
just talking. He loves hunting and he
Mhm.
loves Final Descent Outdoors,
That's gonna,
which is great.
He's gonna be pumped to see himself on it. though.
Oh, can you imagine
he's
being
gonna be
like
on. He's gonna be
like
on
6,
cloud
7
nine.
years old,
Yeah.
8 years old, and you're just like,
Wow, he's 19 feet tall now.
yeah, he is. It'll be great. But they kill a great deer, and then
Yeah.
Trenton shoots a great buck with his bow. And then we hop into that hunt with the Thorn guys,
Yeah.
and we just whack and stack
Yeah,
critters like we always do.
Yeah.
Roy and those guys. It was really good.
it was a lot of fun.
Great episode. And that's it. That'll be the first 5. I mean,
That'll
obviously
be
there's 13.
Yeah, there's 13.
But that's the
but,
first 5 that'll air.
but we'll get into those later. Those will play again, and then we'll get into more.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
It feels good, doesn't it?
Feels good. For me, it always feels best when I know 13 is in a can. Mm-hmm. It always feels best. It's like we have a board.
But you know what? It's June.
It is June.
I mean, almost July. And
It's basically July.
it is July.
Yeah.
And we got 5 episodes.
Yeah.
And they're really good.
When's the last time that happened?
What happens is that we say, we've got time now.
Yes.
This is like, we'll have 5 done, and we're like, we've got time now. And then we take off like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, crap.
That's what I'm doing 2 weeks.
Oh, man. You know, and then we have to hop back in and rush,
Yeah.
bust through them. But we're not going to do that this time because at the end of this week, I'm writing scripts
Yeah.
for a couple more episodes, getting that stuff ready, and we're going to keep plugging.
Yeah.
We're going to keep plugging, buddy.
Keep plugging.
All right? Don't let me quit.
We're gonna keep plugging. I'm not. I'm not doing it again.
Okay.
We're doing it for reals.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it'll be good. I mean, we've got a board. That's what I was saying a second ago. We got a board in the office in there,
Yeah.
and
Did you help me build that office? By
yes,
the
I
way?
did. It's a beautiful office.
Uh-huh.
Well worth the expenditures that were invested into that office. Just,
Do you remember how much I paid you?
I don't know what it was total, but it helped Hurley not have that Nigerian tummy where he's got the big,
Oh my
malnourished.
gosh!
So we
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Beforehand, he was so weak. I remember the fly landing on his eyeball, and he was so weak he couldn't blink to get
In
it
the
off.
arms of the angels, fly away with me. Little fly, little tear. The fly jumps on the tear, rides it down his cheek. In the arms of the angels.
This is a salty tear. This kid is dehydrated.
Oh,
That is horrible, Adam.
It is. I know.
That is so bad. I just like to bring that up and give you a hard time.
It's okay. Making up for it.
Yeah, no,
Always
it's
making up for it.
it's all good, buddy. It's all good. Yeah, so we got a big board.
We got a big board, and it's funny how we developed a system with it because it wasn't ever talked about.
Mm-hmm.
It was never talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you wrote down stuff on the board and had everything going, all the things laid out and all this stuff. We got all the tech tips laid out. We've got sponsors laid out. We've got all the kills laid out. And there's like 4 or 5 colors of marker.
Mm-hmm.
And things get checked off with colored markers. And we've never talked about it. Ever. But I
Okay.
come in and look at the board and I'm like, okay, let me just click here. Okay, yeah. And on the episodes where the actual episodes are, some of them have nothing except what's written in the content of the episode. Some of them have a blue line, and some of them have a blue X. And I look at it and I go, so if it's got a blue line, it means we've shot it and we're editing it. And if
Yeah.
it's got a full X, it means it's done.
Done. Yeah, it's in the can.
And all the other things, it's like, we just get it.
Yeah, we know what's going on. Like you saw, you looked at it. You saw what I was trending, the direction I was going,
Yep.
and you got it.
Yeah. So you've kind of got the Final Descent board in your office, and
Yep.
then
And you got the full strip
I've got
media.
the Full Strut Media board in my office.
Yeah.
That we have a system on my board. You're things that you're doing are blue circles, and things I'm doing are orange stars, and then they get checked off in blue or orange when they're done.
Yeah.
And
How am I doing?
I think we're almost, both of us are kind of caught up. We got things
That's
to
nice.
do, obviously, but
We got a lot of stuff happening with Full Strip Media right
it's
now.
very busy,
We are very, very busy.
which is why Final Descent has to keep going strong because we can't fall behind.
I know.
We
Because we
will
do have a lot.
drown.
We have so much to do with Full Strip Media. Our media company has really, really taken off.
Yes.
We're working a lot with you municipalities.
Municipalities and outdoor companies.
Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff going on. We'll go into detail. We got a tent company that's launching that we're helping.
Yeah.
Just did a bunch of media work for it, doing a website build,
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff, doing some really cool media content for Habit, our clothing company.
Habit.
Hey, I'm rocking a Habit shirt today.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at this right here. Boom. So a lot of people are like, what is this for? Did you know this is for holding your fishing pole?
I did not until Nick explained it to me.
So you set your pole.
That's
you
who
put
we
this-
need to have on a podcast.
I know. We got to get Nick on soon.
Yeah.
You pop this, you put your rod, right? It's a rod holder, so you put that right there, lock it in, and then you can like change the lure. You're not worried about your pole falling over,
Yeah.
or if you're taking a fish off,
Yeah.
or whatever. Which
It makes total sense.
yeah, I mean it makes total sense. It's
I just thought it was always like,
just a thing.
and maybe you put your keys on it.
Yeah, you could do that. If you're at Hog Wild Adventures, you put your thermocell on
Yes, because if you don't, you will be taken
it.
away
They will pick you up.
and take you to their
Yeah,
mosquito
I'm
home.
290 pounds, and they would pick me up and
You'd-
taken me
It's
to
like,
the top of a tree and
like
ate me.
Mary Poppins, but with mosquitoes.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. So anyway, we're doing some cool media stuff with Habit. We got a really cool video that we're making for them this next week.
Yeah.
We're going to film that with our buddy Daniel, one of our staffers, Daniel with Arms
Mhm.
Family Homestead.
Yeah.
We got that going on. I just got a package in the mail from Glory Knock,
Yeah.
and so we're doing some media stuff
From
for
Bright
Spot. Yeah, really
Bright
cool,
spot.
cool product that they're doing.
It glows, so it's automatically cool.
Yeah, exactly.
It
So
glows.
we
It's
got to
cool.
we got to do that. Get that going. God, what else?
Got Paul's Valley.
Paul's Valley,
Municipality.
Oklahoma. Yeah, municipality. We're doing a bunch of media work for them.
Yeah, there's other. Gosh,
Coleman, Texas.
Coleman, Texas, doing
Yep.
stuff for them. We're going to Bowie.
Mhm.
Going to Bowie, Texas this week.
Bowie.
too. Bowie. Bowie.
Bowie.
Bowie.
Texas. Don't say Bowie. I'm telling you, we may not make it out of there if you do that.
The problem is
Bowie. Bowie. You got to think Bowie knife.
I know. Well, that's the thing. I was always called it a Bowie knife.
It's a Bowie knife.
I've always called it. That's the problem. See, I think knife.
It's
Oh,
because
Bowie
our
knife.
college experiences were different.
This all goes back to
Yeah, it
college
does.
experience.
It goes back to you playing upchuck instead of learning the proper enunciation of
proper
places.
the proper enunciation.
I did screw that up. That is really funny. That is really funny. Mm-hmm.
Hey, if you're gonna slam me, do it with the proper dictation, okay?
Yeah, that's right. My mom was an English teacher.
Yeah.
I screwed that deal up. Anyway, good times, great times. So we got a lot of work to do.
A lot of work to do.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we are leaving tonight.
We are jumping out right after this.
Yeah, when we're done with this, we're gonna go do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, how long have we been talking?
About 45 minutes or so.
Yeah, about 45 minutes.
Maybe longer.
That's
I don't
Didn't we
know.
cut?
We cut at one point,
This is
yeah.
from the second cut, right?
Yeah. So this one's running about 40 minutes. The
Hmm.
other one was
10.
10-ish
Yeah.
or so.
Yeah, we've done pretty good. We've had some good.
Maybe we should bring it to some spiritual application. How are we gonna fish the spiritual application out of this one? Because we had no idea. Like we don't ever plan this.
No, we don't plan a podcast unless we have a guest on.
Yeah.
Like, there's zero planning.
But
Me and
that's
you
the
just have
extent-
talked for an hour.
That's the
just what we do.
extent of the planning. That
You know
was
what
like,
though? I had somebody tell me they were watching the podcast, which just blows me away that people are actually watching and listening. And I had somebody
Yeah.
tell me the other day how much they enjoyed it, because they were like, it makes me feel like I'd want to hang out with y'all, and that's what we've always said.
I
Like,
just want something for a venue for people just to be involved, to sit in the middle seat, per se, of the car.
right,
You know.
right, in the middle seat of us, and just get a chance to just visit.
Yeah.
And because this is what we're gonna like, we're fixing to drive a couple hours tonight.
Yeah.
To where? Bowie, Texas.
Gosh,
we're going to
I'm gonna screw it up.
I know you are, and they're gonna cut your head off.
That's where you don't want to insult the knife people.
Yep, that's true. Are we going there too?
Not tomorrow.
Not tomorrow.
That's
maybe.
Well, it depends on the weather.
That's right. We may.
We got wild card weather situation on this shoot. So
Anyway, and this is what we're gonna do driving down.
yeah.
You know, unless we watch a show.
Na, 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 na. If you know it.
Mm-hmm.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
No, you know.
Anyway, so we're gonna that's kind of our thing.
Yeah. And
You
we
know?
always and that's the thing, like we say, like spiritual application. We do just every now and then talk about stuff that's
Spiritual.
going on in our life.
Yeah.
And
Something else I got to touch on this really
Yeah.
quick too is that there's been a couple people that have asked when are me and you gonna race.
did they bring that up?
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
No. I mean, whenever you want to lose is great.
Oh, I promise you, brother,
Whenever you're-
I can scoot.
I know, but that's the thing. I've always been told for a fat guy, you can move.
Yeah.
You can move. I've only been beat in those challenges where people are like, I can still beat you. And never lost. Except to like people that were like actually fast. Like wide receiver kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like my friend Tanner.
Yeah.
Like one time. And I only lost to him by maybe a stride or so.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen is we're going to both pull hamstrings.
Oh, there's no doubt. Yeah. No, it's gonna be.
It's going to be really ugly.
Yeah, it will be ugly. But we got to do that. I think. I
Yeah.
think people want to see.
They want to
We'll
see.
have to film it.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be really fun. I'm really not looking forward to pulling my hammy.
Oh, man,
I'm
so
really
bad.
not.
It'll be my quad. I've had some quad trouble in the past.
For me, what I always
I pulled a quad playing church league softball one time, and it just is.
that's the most
It's hung
that
with
is
me.
the most old guy thing
I
I've
know.
heard. I pulled a quad playing
Church
the hot corner in church league softball.
Nah, it was round in third. It was round in hot corner.
around in third base.
Yep, coming home.
Or
It was in the state tournament.
did you smash a home run? Was this to the fence kind of situation, or were you already
Man,
on
I can't.
second?
Honestly, the pain was so much I can't remember how the ball was hit or what took place.
All I
just
saw
remember-
was red.
Oh, dude, it hurt, bro. It hurt so bad.
Is it full on snap in the ears and everything? Or?
No, man, but it had to be like a partial tear. I mean, it hurt so bad, dude. Because I didn't stretch. I never stretched. Like
That's the
hardly
problem.
much, you know?
Well, when we race, the first half, if it's a 15-minute video, 14 minutes and 20 seconds of it's going to be us just sitting on the ground stretching because,
Adam, me and you ain't running for 40 seconds. Where are we running to?
I don't know. I mean, it's like a 100-yard dash, right?
No, I'm not running 100 yards.
Well, how long is the sprint?
I mean, let's do like, 30, 40 yards. Maybe.
30 or 40 yards? Yeah,
That's it.
pretty far.
I know it really is. It really is.
From me to the swing.
Yeah. You know what also be fun is if we like put a dummy up and you were an offensive lineman and you try to keep me to get to the dummy.
I know I'm not going to do that. I mean, I wasn't an offensive lineman.
You were a center.
No, I was the backup center. I played defense. I was the
Oh.
backup center. So, like when Sam touched my butt every day in practice,
Yeah, Sam Bradford.
that
Shout
that
out.
was because our 3 quarterbacks, we had 3 centers.
Yeah. And y'all'd rotate.
They'd rotate
yeah.
through, so
Yeah.
he touched me. But I didn't play center. I played nose guard.
Okay.
Is what I played, or just tackle.
Well,
I guess is technically.
I mean, you still practice a little bit at center.
yeah,
But okay, I'm with you. We don't have
but
to do that.
it's not my.
Because I'd destroy you.
yeah, there's no.
Yeah,
you're
it'd be bad.
way bigger than I am.
Yeah.
I would cheat.
It wouldn't matter.
I would. There's ways.
No. I'd drag you with
There's-
me.
You'd be dragging me.
You know,
by
I led the
places.
state of Oklahoma in sacks when I was a junior. in
No,
high school.
I don't doubt your football prowess.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would just drag you.
I'm just saying there'd be a price.
Have you seen that movie? What was that movie? Is that I can't remember where that guy's running down the field and he's bet on football games and it's opening scene of one of these football movies and he pulls out a pistol and he just starts shooting the opponent as he's
Yeah.
running to get to the end zone.
No, I don't know what it is, but
That's that would be cheating.
yeah.
No, that would be a good way to keep me from getting there if you just shot me.
Yeah. No, I was not great. You know who we also need to have on this podcast?
I know, and you keep telling me he's a good football player, and it's just so hard to wrap my mind around.
Like, if I showed you film, you'd just be going, what?
Yeah,
Like Sixth Sense kind of junk.
Sonny Priest.
Sonny Priest.
Yeah,
Stuff that just
Sonny'd
blew
be
my
fun
mind.
to have on. We
I
need
mean,
to have
can you
Sonny.
imagine that guy? He was state champion, 6A state champion, runner-up guard.
Yeah, played guard. on a state runner-up.
Him.
Yeah, that's
He's
wild.
not. He does not look like an offensive lineman guard.
No, he doesn't look like it.
But he was good.
So spiritual application to all this.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I yesterday or a couple days ago
Okay.
in church, we're in Joshua,
Okay.
an exegetical study through Joshua. And one of the things that he's been talking about, which kind of really resonated with me, is division. Division, and he said something about division that really got me, is that if we would just be able to have hearts of peace and unoffendable hearts, how much less division could we have in our world? And specifically in the church world, when we're talking about having issues with people in the church, being able to go to them and express those things in love and with patience, with a way that doesn't come across in destroying somebody, but a way that can create harmony and not division. That's something that really kind of resonated with me a lot.
You know, man, I feel like it's so easy for us to have even moments of turmoil with somebody. It's easy to have a woe is me, like what they did to me.
Oh, yeah,
You
that
hurt
whole
me.
victim mentality.
The
kind of
victim
thing,
mentality.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, we just had a really hard holiday for me,
Yeah.
Father's Day.
Yeah, it's rough.
My real dad died of leukemia when I was 7. It was a really tough situation for me. And then my mom had remarried when I was a freshman in high school. And my stepdad of 24 years passed away a couple years ago. And so Father's Day's hard, man.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, on Father's Day, man, I struggled, man.
You were there.
I was on struggle bus.
Yeah.
And really did struggle. And I kind of shared that with some people I care about. And I didn't share it with you, apologize, but I care about you. Anyway, I shared that with some folks, and somebody mentioned to me, they said, you need to be strong for your babies, my kids. And it's easy to have a woe is me. Like, man, here I am on Father's Day. I've been robbed twice of dads. Both my dads died. And it's easy, like I said, to just have this woe is me mindset. Like, I'm just struggling a little bit, And but when they said that to me, it made me go, you know what? You're right. Like, I have an opportunity to give my kids something that I didn't get to have for a lot of years, and I need to take my eyes off me and stop going, oh man, I don't, and that doesn't lessen anything. That doesn't lessen the loss of my dad or my stepdad. But it forced me to take my eyes off myself, and go, okay, let's look at the positive of this. And I have a better understanding and a better grasp of how important it is as a dad, because I didn't have one, and I don't have one now. And so for the rest of the day, my mindset changed. It was like, all right, it's not about me. It's about my kids. And it's about being a dad to them and doing the best that I can with that. But it's easy, man. It's easy for us to focus on ourselves, like when somebody wrongs us, or we even feel like maybe God's wronged us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's easy for us to have this focus on ourselves. When, dude, it's not about us. Man, if we take our eyes off of ourselves and our own selfish ambitions and desires, of the time.
That's what really hit me the most was if more often than not, I would let the things of this world grow strangely dim. If I would focus on Him, then a lot of these other things don't matter.
Yeah.
Like, they don't matter.
They don't matter, man.
Like, the things that matter are the things that, like, the things I'm going to be held accountable for when I stand before Jesus is what did you do with the gifts that I gave you?
Yeah.
And that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Is glorifying Him, making Him known, making sure like you said, that my kids know how much He loves them.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I've been really trying to work on too, just like you said, is letting those things that don't matter, let them be dim.
Yeah, that's great, buddy.
In the eyes of Jesus, and focus on Him.
That's a great word.
Focus on Him.
That's a great word, man. It's easy for us to fix our eyes upon ourselves and our own struggles. And
Well, it's constantly having the enemy whispering in your ears to do it.
yeah. No, it's true, because he does that, right? He wants us whatever he can do to keep us from focusing on
Yeah.
the Lord and Jesus. That's what he wants to do.
Yeah. Someone once told me the enemy's he's not very original, but he's very perceptive.
It's a good word.
He can see where you're at, and he can see he's not all knowing, he's not omniscient, he's not omnipotent, he's not any of the omns,
Yeah.
but he's stinking perceptive.
Yes, he is. He's a studier, man.
He knows.
He's a studier. That's a great word. That's a great word, man.
I wish I could remember what I said because it's already gone.
Well, it was good, and so you can go back and listen to this podcast and remember it. Basically, you're saying that, it's easy to focus on ourselves.
It's really easy to focus
Yeah.
on ourselves, and it's a washboard. Like it's everything
Bro, so
from
true.
church to family, friendships, relationships,
Yeah, all
of the things,
Yeah,
all of the things.
yep. It's a good word, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's podcast. This was a lot of fun. We are excited about the new season of Final Descent Outdoors. Rolling in. So here's the deal. Here's how you can find Final Descent Outdoors if you don't know.
Yeah.
Pursuit Channel, Dish 393, DirecTV 604, AT&T Verse 1644, Verizon Fios 818 or 808.
Looking
Man,
at the
I know
wrong
I start
guy.
getting deep into it. But if you've got,
Put it on the description as well.
we'll put it on the description as well. But also, if you have a smart TV, you can download the Pursuit Up app.
Pursuit Up app.
It's free, and you
Phenomenal
can tune
app.
into. Oh, it's so good. It's free. You can find Final Descent Outdoors there. Our new episodes won't start there for a couple months.
Yeah.
But you can get caught up on last season as well. So we're
All
super
kinds of
excited.
stuff.
Super excited about the show starting this week. And head to Wyoming, the first episode. It's a good one. So
It
tune
is.
in, watch that. Adam, this was fun. I appreciate you. I know you went through a lot of hoops to get today's episode going. We lost a cord. Mess, debacle.
Yeah.
But by gosh, we're back, baby. And don't forget, we're on the front page
Yeah.
of the Shine Star.
Yeah.
Shine, Oklahoma, right?
Yeah.
Final Descent Outdoors. We made the big time, bud.
Peaked.
we are in 52 million homes in like Canada and the United States on Wild TV. So if you're listening in Canada, you can find us on Wild TV as well. But by gosh, we're in millions of homes with the TV show. All those, we've got tens of thousands of followers on social media. But we're on the front page of the Shine Star. That's where we wanted to be.
That's what really matters.
Yeah, I'm going to frame that. Hang it in the office. Thank you guys so much for watching today. God bless you. I hope you've enjoyed episode 11 of the OFDO podcast.
Yes.
Where can people find you, buddy?
Find me on the social medias at Hurley Films, HearlyFilms, and you can find Final Descent Outdoors,
Yep, Final Descent Outdoors. You search that on just about every social media platform. You'll find
FD
us.
Outdoors, or Final Descent
FD
Outdoors.
or Final Descent Outdoors. You'll track me down.
It's all there.
All right. Thanks, folks.
We'll see you later.